So how do you know when to sell your crypto? How do you know how your crypto is doing compared to the rest of the market? If you're watching and you see that yours have gone up 10% or 20%, is that good? You might be thinking, yeah, that's great. Well, not if the rest of the market's going up 80%, or the industry within that crypto's in is going up a lot and yours isn't. I'm going to show you a quick, simple way, and I suggest you do this every week, if not every day, as this bull run takes off. I call this Crypto for the Rest of Us. I do it 6 days a week. Tip, tool, or coin analysis, big dumb animal, informational purposes only, don't do what I do. So I'm just going to show you and talk about how I've invested. I invest in industries and then crypto within those industries, just like I would the stock market. I look at the stock market as a whole, and then I look at different industries, whether it's technology or maybe healthcare, you name it, finances. And then within, let's say, technology, maybe some social media, maybe some AI. Okay, I'm going to approach crypto the same way. I'm going to give you a quick, easy way to do this. We're going to keep this video short and to the point. CoinGecko. If you go to CoinGecko, if you haven't before, take a look. I'm going to show you on this one because it is a little easier to implement what I'm going to explain than CoinMarketCap. They have, of course, everything listed by market cap, all the crypto. You go into categories up here, categories right there, and you look at top crypto categories. And they have multiple categories. Now, some of these categories are simply just what a particular venture capital is invested in their portfolio. But what we're looking for are the industries, or what some people call the narratives. I call them industries, so like layer one. Cryptos that are considered layer one, artificial intelligence, etc. How have I broken my things down? Well, I have quite a few cryptocurrencies, but I group them in a spreadsheet. I've got predominantly layer ones, and I'll talk about why in a moment. And then AI, artificial intelligence, and then DeFi. Now, in artificial intelligence, I've broken it down to apps and infrastructure. Apps like the bots, something that's a customer facing. DeFi, that's decentralized finance. You've got borrowing and lending, real world assets, exchanges within DeFi, and then layer ones. Those are my top categories. I'm also a little bit into what they call DePIN, decentralized physical infrastructure, some layer twos, some oracles, and a tiny, tiny amount in gaming, interoperability. Okay, gets confusing. So let's just focus on my top three: AI, decentralized finance, and layer one. Layer one, I have the most money invested in. But that's because, and I'll show you here in a second why, many of the layer ones could theoretically be categorized as specific to certain categories. Let me show you what I mean. If we go in here to the top categories, here's layer one, and then I'm going to look up artificial intelligence. There we go. Artificial intelligence is number 33. There's a category for DePIN. Okay, so I've pulled up the layer one cryptos. And if you click on that category, it shows you everything that's considered to be a layer one. Sometimes things aren't in the right categories, but predominantly are. You've got your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, Solana, Cardano, Tron, Avalanche, Toncoin, Hedera. We move down here. Now, see, here's one, Near Protocol. It's a layer one. However, it's got a definite focus on AI. So you could easily say, well, this is really an AI type layer one. We go down here, you've got even more Mantra. Okay, well, Mantra, in my mind, sure, layer one, but it's specific to real world assets. Okay, so some of them crisscross. So what I've done in my spreadsheet is I've got my layer one coins, got my AI coins, and I've got my decentralized finance coins, and I list them out. Great. Now I have them organized. Simple. Why do I organize them that way? Because oftentimes in these markets, sometimes certain coins will take off. Sometimes an industry will take off. In other words, the focus and the discussion is all about AI because NVIDIA's earnings just came out and they were phenomenal. So people are now looking at crypto AI and that market goes. So here's the easy way to see how things are going. First off, categories. As you see, we've got layer one. Across here, they give you the hour change, the 24-hour change, the 7-day change, and then a graph over here. So you look at layer ones and you say, as a whole, they're going up 8%. Okay. So now we know layer ones have gone up 8%. If you want, you can go down here and you can compare it to something like your AI. That's 11%. You can look at other categories like DPIN and see, oh, well, look, layer twos are going up 25%, but layer ones on average are only going up 8%. So at the moment, layer twos are outperforming in the last 7 days. Okay, so we've got, let's say, certain cryptos in our layer one category. We know on average it's 8%. We're seeing that from this category page, top categories. So let's look at the layer ones. 7 days. Compare this to the average. We know the average is 8%. Okay, well, Ethereum's about the average. Solana, less than average. BNB, Cardano, these are at 20%. Tron, 114. You come down here. Hedera, 132. So now you can look and you can say, man, on average, it's 8%. So Solana over the last 7 days was underperforming, especially when other things are performing at 100% or more, and some in the 20 or 29%. Right now, a lot of things in the market are going up. It will be choppy. There will be pullbacks. There will be jumps, you name it. So you've got to take a look and see how does your coin, like if you've got Solana, you may not be too happy. Look at it on a week to week, look at it on a month to month, but this is a quick way, if you do this once a week, to see how things are doing on a 7-day, to determine, are you really outperforming or are you underperforming, etc. And by the way, you can look at these on the side here. It's got a 7-day graph. However, some of these aren't that helpful because, for example, this looks like a huge run-up, and this looks like a huge run-up. Well, this one was 20%. This one was 132%. So just pointing out, don't look at the pictures. Look at the actual numbers. Okay, so now we've got our categories. Now we know how to find, in general, what the categories are doing. So now let's take a look, for example, at AI, artificial intelligence, and it's up 11% in general. If we go into the AI category, see, here you go. Near Protocol was listed as a layer one, but it's also in the AI category. You can see how things overlap. On average, it was 11%. We go down here, it's outperforming a little bit. Fetch is greatly outperforming. Now, right here, it's in AI, but like I mentioned, within those categories, I also list out what they're in. So these three are very different AI cryptos. So I think it's good to also note, when you keep track of things, what sub-industry it's in. So Near is under AI, but it's a layer one. Fetch is under AI. Now they're building an entire stack. However, I look at them as a customer-facing bot. Different category. Third is Render. Well, Render is a network of NVIDIA cards to help with processing. And it's the enterprise cards, the H100s, etc. So that's more, to me, infrastructure. So right there, just in the top three, even though they're AI, they're very different. And Near may run when things like layer ones run. So just something to note. That's how I track them within categories. And you can see the percentages of how much they've gone up. You can see their market cap over here, because obviously smaller market caps, sometimes it doesn't take as much to move them percentage-wise. So there you have it. It's that simple to get a general idea quickly of how things are moving and how your crypto's doing. Take a look at the categories, compare the categories one to another. If you start on the CoinGecko main page, they've got the highlights that show here, okay? So you can start with the total market cap. This is the market cap of everything, up 0.1%. Then you look at your categories. Layer one, up 8%. Artificial intelligence was up 11%. Great. We're beating generally the total market cap. That's good. And then within each one, look at, for example, in DeFi, look at the ones that you happen to hold and see how they're doing compared to DeFi as a whole. That's, if you look at the 7-day, that's a quick way of looking at what's the market doing, how are my categories performing relative to the market, and then how is my crypto performing within each one of those categories. Because if the category is taking off and it's doing well and yours isn't, well, you may want to sell. And when I say not doing well, You could be getting 20% gains and everything else is getting 80 or 100 when the category starts to slow down. Let's say AI starts to top out 3-4 months from now. That's a sign that you might want to sell out of those AI coins. Tomorrow, I'm going to go into way more detail. I'm going to show a spreadsheet and I'm going to explain market dominance. I'm going to explain the entire market, where the money is, and what you can expect from your coins based on market dominance, because you want to be able to pick a price that you think they can go at. You don't want to just sit there and say to yourself, it's going to go to 10x, 20x, 30x, when you have no idea. You got to at least have a base to say what is realistic. So we're going to look at the market as a whole. We're going to look and explain what market dominance is. And I'm going to show you in a spreadsheet exactly how to calculate it for all of your crypto so you know what and when you might want to sell. Thanks for watching. I hope this was just real quick and easy, an explanation how to keep an eye on your crypto and your categories within the crypto market. Have a great day and hope we can all make generational wealth together with crypto. Thanks for watching.